it's Millin here from Tesla Taxi in Brisbane. Just wanted to make a bit more of an in-depth video to show you some details about what I've found with my Tesla since I've been renting one. Here's the charge port on the Model S that I'm currently using. Here's the charge port on the Model 3, which is obviously the new style, the new Teslas that are coming to Australia very soon. In the last video I explained that the chargers for the Model S or X, the current Australian charge types that you can find a lot of destination chargers for in Australia, are fully compatible with the new Model 3, and a lot of the Tesla chargers that are actually, they're called Superchargers. A lot of the Tesla Superchargers already have both ports on them, so if we look at these photos here, we should be able to see the ports that are actually installed, and the plugs, I should say, that are installed already. These photos are from the 4 chargers in Brisbane City, and as you can see from that image there, all of them have both plugs on the Superchargers already, and I've been told by Tesla that that will be rolled out to all of the Superchargers by the time the Model 3s arrive in the country. So that gives you a bit of an idea. The reason I've got this picture of the other brand of electric car here is just to point out the differences as far as what what I'd call an average EV has in the front, as far as, it looks almost like a normal ICE car. Doesn't have the tidiness of the Tesla. If you compare that to the actual Model 3, which I think I've got an image of here, you can see that the Model 3 has a lot of storage in the front instead of, what looks like an old ICE motor with the other EV I was showing you. There's a little washer fluid reservoir there, and that's the only thing you ever have to touch basically, and there's no regular servicing like every 6 months that apparently the other brand that I just showed you requires. So that's a bit of detail just in a nutshell of some of the reasons that I think that the Model 3 is a much better offer as far as an EV goes in Australia. The charging network is obviously a very important factor. That's a couple of Teslas there in front of my place in Mount Cotton. So I'm just up the road from Cirame, which has a Tesla 22 kilowatt destination charger, which is free to the public to use, and how you find that is on the Tesla website here. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of charging infrastructure already set up by Tesla in Australia. Sorry, this PC is running a bit slow with the screen recorder on. So there's a Byron Bay Supercharger here, which I use when I'm travelling down to see family in Nambucca, Nambucca Heads. So I'll just see if I can zoom in on this. So this is a good example of how well set up we are already in Australia, because as I said, if you head down to Nambucca Heads here, you can actually get free destination charging at 22 kilowatts, which is the same as what I've got installed at my place, and there's 2 Tesla chargers available there. It says here available to the public, which means anytime anyone can just use them, self-parking, so you just drive up and plug in. I've got a photo of that here somewhere. Hopefully my computer will be good enough to show me in a second. The main thing to sort of bear in mind with the smaller towns like Nambucca is that you might not be able to, these are the Cirame chargers, they're really good. This is a non-Tesla charger in Nambucca, and here is an example of what you might find sometimes. So this is not an EV, but it is blocking one of the bays, and these are really short leads, so I had to park like this to actually connect to that charger. So, it's not always perfect, but you can buy extension leads and what have you. I've actually got a tab open here that shows you one of the extension cables you can buy. They are pretty expensive. I think if this page loads up, it's going to show you a price of $500. So yeah, not everyone would bother doing that. In this case, if I was in Nambucca and I couldn't get to that charger, as long as I haven't run myself down to 0, I can always just head back up to the Supercharger, which is only half an hour away up here in Coffs Harbour, and I can get a full charge there in half an hour, 40 minutes, depending on how low the battery is. As you can see here, this is 120 kilowatts, so it's about 6 times faster than the 22 kilowatt destination chargers I was just showing you. There's 6 chargers available 24/7, and obviously it's near a lot of places where you can grab a bite to eat and what have you, which is kind of the point of the superchargers. They're always set up in locations where where there's lots of other things that you can do while you're waiting. So here's another map that sort of shows, you know, how pretty much anywhere where the population is in Australia, you can easily drive from place to place with any Tesla car, and yeah, destination charges are free if you're staying at a hotel that has one, or the superchargers, depending on what type of Tesla you have, are still, you know, in the ballpark of a third the cost of petrol. They're, you know, very good value. It's not like you're paying more than you would with a nice car as far as charging goes. So I think that's everything I wanted to sort of give you a bit of a rundown on. The reason I was looking up this Hyundai is just as a bit of a comparison, because there was a EV convention that I went to recently, and that's where I got that photo of the other brand. And as I said, I asked them a few questions, and yeah, really, to be honest, there wasn't very much of interest with the other brand. If you compare the cars, they're yeah, similar price, and there's just, yeah, not really much on offer in comparison as far as, you know, self-driving and auto driving on the freeways and all that sort of stuff that you get with Tesla, which is definitely worth its weight in gold. Not that software has a weight, but you get what I mean. Anyway, I'll wrap it up there, but please keep us in mind. Tesla Taxi, we do day rentals starting from about $130, and you can basically use a Tesla for, you know, a few days or a few weeks before you actually commit to buying one, and yeah, get a good experience of what it's all about. So yeah, sorry if I've rambled a bit, but hopefully that sheds some light on why some people think they're a good thing to go for. Thanks, Tesla Taxi in Brisbane, and we do operate in other states of Australia, so just jump on the website if you want to check what we've got available near you. Thank you.